Welcome back to the Scottish Football Roundup, with all the latest action from the William Hill Championship, League 1 and League 2. On this week's show, there's a 6-goal championship cracker in the Highlands, the Doonhamers impress on home turf in League 1, and Elgin City pick up a huge result in the capital in League 2. First though, it's off to Airdrie for a championship clash under the Friday night lights.
To Reading. Partick sends it in, just glancing header there from Sosa. Didn't look to be too far away. And now Turner switches it out to Chalmers. McPherson goes round him. Little flick from Chalmers. What goes down as he tried to get on the end of that. He's stayed down. That's a loose pass, and Mockery's onto it. And Clark's backpedaling furiously here as Airdrie counter. He's got Henderson in the middle. Big chance here. And somehow it's kept out. A combination of O'Reilly and Clark managing to recover. With a clever quick throw in. Logan Chalmers with a big chance here. It's got to be! It's turned wide by Aaron Fitzpatrick. What a chance that is for Thistle. And how has that not ended up in the back of the net? McKinnon's long throw this time. Flicked on by McGinty. Wilson can't get there. It's crept in. No! Airdrie make the breakthrough. And Ewan Henderson is the man, as we reckoned he might be, who has grabbed that opening goal. Fitzpatrick comes forward. Reading, I think he's onside, I don't know, he seemed to stop assuming he was off, but Airdrie are sitting very deep, and here's Smith from the edge of the box. Oh, Melrose, oh my goodness! Oh, it's an absolute nightmare for Kane Melrose. He just can't believe it. That is so tough on a young man. Oisin Smith can barely celebrate. He's earned his side a point with that late strike. What an ending to this game. And you have to feel for Kane Melrose there.
Dunfermline welcomed the league leaders to East End Park on Saturday afternoon. The home team with a brilliant start in this one, with on-loan striker Barney Stewart continuing his excellent recent form, opening the scoring inside 8 minutes. Adama Sidibe is a player in form after his hat-trick last time out. He was denied a headed equaliser at East End Park, with Dunfermline's Billy Terrell making an outstanding save. But the keeper couldn't do much about this effort on the half-hour mark. Rhys McAleer making it 1-1 with an exceptional free kick. Into the second half, and St Johnstone were soon pushing for a lead. Patient play in and around the Pars box leading to a chance, with Terrell making another crucial save. But Saints would come again and apply pressure in the Dunfermline box on 66 minutes. Neat passing play seeing the away side work their way into the area, with Liam Smith scoring his first goal for the club. Dunfermline though would continue to battle late in the day in hopes of salvaging a leveller. Into stoppage time when Andrew Todd would work an angle and go for goal, squeezing home the equaliser at the death. A point apiece in a thrilling encounter in Fife. Ayr made the long trip north, aiming to end a run of 3 games without a win in the Championship. An early header from Mark McKenzie being easily held by Trevor Carson. It was an end-to-end encounter in Dingwall, with early chances popping up for both sides. Ronan Hale with good work here, but his shot well held by David Mitchell. But it would be the away team to strike the first blow in Dingwall. 23 minutes gone, when Ethan Walker showed neat feet inside the box to tuck away the game's opening goal. Kelty would respond well to going behind and would have a chance to level things up shortly after. Hale with excellent play to open up an angle before finishing smartly on the half-hour mark. And having gotten the equaliser, Kelty would find themselves pushing for a lead just 2 minutes later. A long free kick being sent into the Ayr box, with Jordan White being credited with getting the decisive touch for 2-1. But the honest men would continue to fight for a leveller before the half-time break. Walker with a brilliant cross to pick out Jamie Murphy. His shot well saved by Carson. Into the second half, and it was the home side turning up the heat as they pushed for a third goal. A brilliant cross from the left being met by Hale, who was denied only by a reflex save from Mitchell. And the Staggies would continue to pile on the pressure in the 51st minute. Mitchell doing well to make an initial save, with a second chance breaking to White, who made it 3-1 with a first-time finish. But Ayr United hadn't given up on salvaging something from the game and would begin to build momentum in the 66th minute. Defender Scott McMahon with a neat turn and finish to make it 3-2. And just 5 minutes later, Ayr were knocking on the door once again. A corner kick seeing a couple of chances being blocked on the line before Curtis Main lashed home to make it 3-3 in the Highlands. And having gotten the equalising goal, Ayr would have a chance to win it late on. A floated corner finding the head of Kevin Holt, whose effort was tipped to safety as it ended 3 apiece in Dingwall. The Spiders came into this one aiming for their first home win of the league campaign. But it was Rovers who threatened first. Scott Brown kept at bay by Queenstopper Callum Ferry. But after a positive start, Rovers would play themselves into bother on 13 minutes. Seb Draws picking off a loose ball in midfield, with Josh Fowler providing a brilliant finish for 1-0. A free kick situation would give Rovers a chance to level things up on 22 minutes. Josh Mullen with a brilliant ball to pick out Dara O'Connor, who notched his first goal for the Rovers. And towards the tail end of the first period, it was the away side pushing for the lead. Dylan Easton with neat play to send Brown in on goal, Ferry making an important save to keep things level. Deliveries from Mullen would continue to cause Queen's Park problems after the break. Headers from Jordan Doherty and Jack Hamilton being scrambled to safety by goalkeeper Ferry. But the home side would begin to create chances of their own once again. This one coming from a smart ball from Aidan Connolly, Grant Savoury pulling his effort wide. Having provided the delivery for Raith Rovers' leveller, Mullen would go close to grabbing a goal of his own. The midfielder picking the ball up on the edge of the box and firing narrowly over. But the biggest moment of the second half would come the way of the home team. 78 minutes gone when Fowler was slipped through before chopping inside and finding the far corner for 2-1. Fowler the hero for Queen's Park, with the Spiders picking up 3 huge points in the south side. Arbroath travelled to Inverclyde aiming for back-to-back wins in the league. The away side with an early chance in the Morton box, Gavin Riley's header too tame to trouble James Storer. The away side's positive start would continue, with Taylor Stephen getting an early crack at goal. The attacker with a brilliant first touch, the shot well stopped by Storer. Morton would have their first big chance from a smartly taken free kick on 31 minutes. Owen Moffat with a brilliant cross from the right, Chris Moore supplying a spectacular volley finish for 1-0. Into the second half, and Arbroath were pushing for that equalising goal. An excellent cross finding the head of Nikolai Todorov, who was kept out by a top save by Storer. But Morton would have chances to add to their lead in the second period. Nathan Shaw slipping in Tommy Adeloy in this exchange, the striker unable to find a way past Aidan McAdams. Arbroath's best chance of the second half would come from a corner kick. The ball breaking for Tam O'Brien, whose header was excellently saved, with the Lichties seeing penalty appeals waved away when Shaw connected with Jack Wilkie when clearing the ball away from danger. But from here, Morton would go up the other end and have a chance to score in spectacular fashion. Zach Mackay with an incredible run down the left, leaving two defenders in his wake, only to be kept out by a brilliant McAdams save. Morton would eventually turn the ball home through Michael Garrity, but would be denied their second by the offside flag as it ended 1-0 at Capello. Let's take a look at how things stand in the William Hill Championship. It's as you were at the top, following draws for both St Johnstone and Partick Thistle, while things are looking up for Morton and Queen's Park after home wins for both teams. Now we head to the Highlands, where Caley Thistle welcomed Cove Rangers in League One. The Caley Jags came into this one aiming for their third consecutive win in League One. They would apply early pressure on the Cove defence and win a corner kick. 18 minutes on the clock when the ball was whipped to the back post, with Mitchell Robertson making it 1-0 to the home side. And Caley would soon have another big chance to grab their second of the game. A clever pass playing Callum McLeod in on goal. He was kept out by a good save from Robbie Much. Caley looked threatening every time they went forward in the first half. Liam Soule with good play out wide here. He found David Wotherspoon, who laid one off for Adam McKinnon. He was denied by another save from Much. The home side continued to attack after the break in hopes of adding to their lead. Patient play down the left, leading to Caley Thistle's next chance. The cross finding the head of Alfie Babbage, who couldn't find the target, as it ended 1-0 at the Caledonian Stadium. Accies were aiming to get back to winning ways at home to Peterhead. John Rankin's side made a good start at Broadwood, with Kyle MacDonald opening the scoring inside 21 minutes. Hamilton looked threatening with almost every attack in this one. The home side cutting through the Peterhead defence again, with Stephen Bradley going close to making it 2-0. And the hosts would get another big chance to score before the break. 41 minutes on the clock when Ollie Shaw capitalised on a loose header to round Jack Newman and double Accies' advantage. Into the second half, and Accies came out firing on the hunt for a third. Peterhead's Newman making two big saves to keep Accies at bay before a third effort would drift off target. But it wouldn't take long for the home side to create another opening. A smart pass playing Shaw in behind the Peterhead defence on 50 minutes. He made it 3-0 via a touch from Flynn Duffy. Peterhead were second best for the majority of this one, but would have their moments in the final third. Max Barry creating their best chance, with no takers in blue as it drifted wide. Accies attacker Shaw had been excellent all afternoon and would have a chance to grab his hat-trick late on. His strike though rattling the crossbar as the game finished 3-0 at Broadwood. Queens hope to continue their recent upturn in form when they welcomed East Fife to Dumfries. The away side with the first big chance though, Nathan Austin unable to finish. But the Doonhamers would respond quickly to that early scare and create a big chance inside 6 minutes. Curtis Guthrie with brilliant running down the left, Liam Smith supplying the finish. And the strong start would continue for Peter Murphy's side, with Queens on the attack again just 2 minutes later. A brilliant cross from the right, picking out Jack Stott in the box, who scored for the 3rd game running. Queens were brilliant throughout the first half and would continue to push for more. Brilliant work down the right flank, seeing another opening appear in the East Fife box. Kai Kennedy denied by goalkeeper Rory Adams. Into the second half, and Queens remained firmly on the front foot. A quickly taken free kick on 58 minutes, leading to another opening appearing for the home team. Xander McKenzie charging down the left and picking out Guthrie with a cross, who made it 3-0 to Queen of the South. Peter Murphy's side unbeaten in their last 3 in League One.
Ball in, but Stevie Hetherington screening that defence, picks it up and plays it to Adamson. He comes over the halfway line, gives it to Roberts. Rankin and Orsay's out wide. It's a bit slowed down. Men are back now for Montrose. Orsay puts the cross into the middle, and the referee takes his time. He points to the spot. Seemed a pretty obvious hand. Scott Taggart steps up for his first Royal Hill League One goal this season. Stars puts into the top corner. Masson. Oh, he's played a hospital ball. Steves has been Stewart's in. He's got Rankin in the back post, but does he go himself? He plays it back. Birdside hits the shot. Saved by Cammy Gill. Still on now as Andy Clark brings it forward. On the edge of that 18-yard box, laid back to Stevie Hetherington. Deep cross swung into the middle, met by Birdside. Bullet header into the bottom corner, and the All-Lone Rangers man on the score sheet again. Mackay, Clark, Mackay, lovely little 1-2. Looking at space, Clark has to drive into it, and he keeps going, carries it all the way, flicks it to Scoogle, who has an acre of space, drives into the box and slots it past Gill for a second week in a row. Montrose still looking for that consolation. Loudon, oh, robbed by Mackay. Oh, and what a lovely ball that is by Scoogle. Out to Stewart, Cammy Gill in no man's land. Can he find it from the narrow angle? Slots home for Alba's 4th. Cammy Gill makes a hash of it, but Montrose at 6s and 7s. Lewis Stewart on target for the Wasp and caps a perfect day.
Kelty Hearts were aiming for their first league win since late September when they made the trip to Ochilview. The away team creating a big chance towards the tail end of the first half, with Rico Diak finding the net on 38 minutes. Stenhousemuir would come out with a point to prove after the break. The Warriors' first real sight of goal in the second period coming through Ewan O'Reilly, who curled his strike just wide of the goal. But the game's next big moment would come on 71 minutes. Kelty goalscorer Diak grabbing his second of the game with a well-struck free kick. Stenhousemuir though hadn't given up and would press hard to try and turn things around. 84 minutes gone when Matty Aitken pulled a goal back for the Warriors. And the home side would commit bodies forward in search of a leveller late on. 88 minutes gone when the ball was nodded out to the edge of the box, with Scott McGill's strike sneaking in despite Ryan Adamson's best efforts. A brilliant late fight back from the Warriors, with the points being shared at open view. Now for a look at the William Hill League One table. Caley Thistle are 3 points clear at the top after a narrow home win over Cove Rangers, while a blistering away display in Angus moves Alloa Athletic up to second place. Now it's off to K Park, as East Kilbride squared off against Stirling Albion.
That's going to be okay here for Shanley, and he's trying to dance around here, Shanley, and he hasn't found the target. A big chance for number 8. Did all the hard work, couldn't get his body straight enough to get that shot right, and now here's Robertson. Carrying on, deflected! And it's a brilliant finish, a brilliant celebration as we head towards the midway point of the first half. It's goal 16 of the season. Osterline with the corner, it's right into the mixer and hitting off the paint. Still chasing, but Robertson here looking for a second for him in the game. They're coming together in there, and a penalty has been signalled. Protest, Corey Thompson leading the way, and the referee and the officiating team had to think about it. It's John Robertson for his second, and he has put it wide. Hold up play here, looking for McLean. Robertson losing out there to McNabb. Here's Shanley! It's a big save from Freddie Owens. Spence with a switch here for McGregor. Robertson. Thread through here for Elliott. There's Young!
I think the tent's feeling around the ground as he's been in this position before. And
here's McLean, he's taking a touch round! And it's cleared away off the line. It's Brown with this corner. That's a good touch away. That's a shot that's driven with real gusto from McNabb. Now the chance perhaps, but that was Foster trying to play in Robertson. Now the other side here, danger for Brown. Brown, oh, this is a challenge in there. McLean carries on. Here it might come back to Brown. It's deep in there again. Going to come back here though to Iki's number 10. High but not particularly cleared. And it's travelled through! And that will be the winner. It's not been pretty. And Cameron Young will add another goal to his short career so far at East Kilbride. Baldy. Which is easily given away. And Baldy taken out late, and that's going to be a red card.
Forfar Athletic welcomed the league leaders to Station Park in this encounter, the home side applying early pressure and winning a corner kick in the 18th minute. Forfar taking full advantage of their bright start, with a well-placed corner kick being headed home by Mackenzie Lemon for 1-0 at Station Park. Spartans would soon spring into life in search of an equalising goal. A smart pass playing the ball into the Forfar box, with keeper Neil Stafford doing well to smother the danger. Spartans would continue to apply pressure throughout the first half. Mark Stow with a neat turn and a good strike at goal, with the shot being beaten away by Stafford. And Stow would again pose an attacking threat for the away team. The attacker doing well to work an angle, but the strike drifting off target this time around. Into the second half, and Spartans would make a quick start after the break. 48 minutes gone, when Mark McNulty found Cammy Russell, who bagged the equalising goal. Having gotten the leveller, Spartans would push for a winner in the second period, but were unable to find a way past Stafford for a second time, as it ended one apiece in Angus. Edinburgh City came flying out the blocks in this one. Just 6 minutes gone when Jack Duncan gave the home side the lead at Meadowbank. But it would take until the second half for the game's next key moment to arrive. Elgin City building an attack on 67 minutes and winning a free kick around 30 yards from goal after a foul on Russell Dingwall. The free kick being taken by Dylan Ross. He unleashed a wicked strike which beat Mark Weir to equalise for Elgin. And the away side would carry the momentum forward in search of a second goal. 74 minutes gone when Dingwall fired home for 2-1 to Elgin City. The home side would commit bodies forward in search of an equaliser late on, but Elgin would catch their opponents on the counter on 88 minutes. Attacker Oliver Colity keeping his cool to finish beyond Weir and make it 3-1 to the Black and Whites. Elgin with their third win in a row in all competitions. Dumbarton would make a quick start at home to Annan Athletic. Just 11 minutes on the clock when Suns grabbed the opening goal. Kai Kirkpatrick's strike taking a touch off Leighton McIntosh and finding the bottom corner. And Suns would go close to grabbing a second shortly after. Aaron Linus's header well stopped by Annan keeper Gio Clark. And Linus would get another goal shortly after. This time the header drifting wide of the goal. Dumbarton were excellent in the first half of this one and continued to ask questions of the Annan defence. Dominic Doherty the next to go close, with Clark making another save. Annan would have a chance to grab an equaliser before half-time. A good cross from the left finding the head of Ryan Muir. His effort not far away from finding the net. And at the tail end of the first half, Dumbarton would be in again. Annan defender Max Kilsby with an excellent challenge to prevent a crack at goal. Into the second half, and Annan would come out pushing for an equaliser. The away side winning a free kick just outside the box after a foul on Miles Gaffney. 56 minutes on the clock when Willie Gibson's low ball picked out Josh Dixon to level things up. But Dumbarton weren't settling for a share of the points and pushed for the lead again. 71 minutes on the clock when a well-worked move would present a chance for Tony Wallace, who made it 2-1 with a brilliant finish. After retaking the lead, Dumbarton remained on the front foot in hopes of adding to their lead. Scott Tomlinson with a cross which found the head of Doherty, who went close for Suns. And there would be one last chance for Suns late in the day. Tomlinson with good work on the left and going for goal, but narrowly missing as it finished 2-1 at the Rock. Slack play at the back from Clyde would present the first chance of the game at New Douglas Park. Darren Lang with the effort at goal, which was well held by Jay Hogarth. Clyde's first sight of goal would come from a well-worked corner kick. The ball being floated into the box, with Sam Campbell's effort well saved by Stranraer's Josh Lane. Chances would pop up at both ends in the first period. Stranraer doing well to work a chance in the Clyde box here, with midfielder Aaron Quigg finding the side netting. Clyde would get another chance in behind the Stranraer defence when Taylor Sutherland broke through. Good running from the attacker, but the finish just lacking. and the Bully Wee would try their luck from a free kick towards the tail end of the half. Kyle Connell's effort well struck, but Lane doing well to make the save. Chances would be few and far between in the second half, but the best opportunity would come to Clyde. Sutherland with brilliant running, but poor decision making in the end, as it ended 0-0 in Hamilton. And finally, let's take a look at the latest standings in William Hill League 2. East Kilbride have narrowed the gap between themselves and league leader Spartans, while wins for Elgin and Dumbarton has both sides placed 4th and 5th respectively. That's all for this week. Join us again next time for the Scottish Football Roundup.